tree, age of Nabi Isa, and the body as Nabi Adam, 60. I just want to ask you if you know, there's hadith, other hadith describing the people of hellfire. I described them, again being big, but the description was when the men of hellfire sit, the space between their back, their bottom, is the same as from Mecca to Medina. I don't know whether you come across this hadith. So the size where they sit is the same size as from Mecca to Medina. And the description, another hadith, I think, is the description of their skin. Because of the punishment, you only feel the pain in the skin. And mashallah, the description of the thickness of the skin is like, I can't remember, but really, really thick, then because you really feel the pain. So looking at these two hadith, it describes different size of if you are going to Jannah and if you are going to hellfire. I don't know whether you come across any other hadith that explain like this, because obviously within 60 or 60 feet tall, you will not be sitting in space between Medina and Mecca. I mean, anyway, if you know anything, inshallah.
Okay, you are right. What we have mentioned, remember, our topic has been about only Al-Jannah. And the description of how the people look like, it's that only of the people of Al-Jannah. Yes, you are right. There are hadiths by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ that talk about describing the people of hell. It is horrible. One of them would inflate, as you say, that when he sits, he would be, hundreds of kilometers. I mean, when he sits, he would be occupying a place, hundreds of kilometers. I do not remember the exact hadiths, but like 2 cities were indeed mentioned. I do not remember which 2 cities. And their skin would be several arms length thick. When I researched the topic of people of hell, I tried to imagine how big those people would be. You imagine when somebody's hand gets in fire, it inflates, right? Inflates. I mean, is there a more horrible feeling than this? When you see someone inflating because he's been burned. I try to imagine, how big those people would be. And I kind of developed the understanding from all of those hadiths combined that this Arabian Peninsula, if you take up some people in hell and line them up, only maybe less than 10 people would line up to fill the entire Arabian Peninsula from here to there. Maybe no more than 10 people would just cover the entire Arabian Peninsula. They would be huge. There is a hadith by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ saying that the people of hell, يَعَظُمُ كَالْجِبَالِ, they would inflate like mountains. Mountains. And when you talk about mountains, think of the Himalaya mountains, the chain of mountains. They become huge beasts. Huge beasts. That's a completely different topic. They will have a completely different creation. They will be looking like beasts, while the people of Al-Jannah would be tall, slim, beautiful. So the two descriptions are, yes, you are right, they are different. You are very smart, and your wife must be taking very good care of you, Fattah. So all the wives today win 300 riyals. You really ask clever questions, So now, how much do you have to pay today? When you invite me, you have to bear the consequences.
I have two questions actually. It's still about the age of 33. You mentioned that the people of Jannah, everybody will have the age of 33. How about those Muslim children who passed away at an early age? Are they going to be 33 as well, or they will be in different forms, something like that? My second question is that, please correct me if I'm wrong, whether it's correct or not. I was told that, let's see, if non-believers' children as well, when they passed away, they also will enter Jannah. Can you clarify that, please?
Okay. The first question, for the Muslims, everybody reaches the age of 33. We're talking about the believers now. Those who died when they are 1 hour, 1 hour after they were born, or those who lived like Prophet Nuh, maybe 1,000 years, or some people say 1,800 or 2,000. Everybody would have the same age. So the young grows up to 33, the old becomes younger to 33. Why 33? Allah knows. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said 33. There is another hadith that says 30, but in Arabic, when you say 30, it is meant as an approximation. But in another hadith, which fixes it to 33, some people say that because the age of 33 is the age of Prophet Isa, when the man will be in his, full manhood, etc. Allah knows, but this is the age that has been mentioned. Okay, now about the disbelievers' children. I would like to let you know how I understood Islam myself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says, وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. Allah says in the Quran that He would not be punishing anyone until He sends him or her a messenger. Allah is fair. Allah is just. Allah would not do anything that any wise, righteous human being would say, this does not look fair. Human beings could do some things that are unfair. Allah would not do anything that would be unfair. And this is my problem when I talk to my Christian friends. I tell them, a human judge, when you tell him that a king declared that in order for him to free 1,000 murderers, rapists, killers of children who were supposed to encounter the death penalty, the king has declared that in order for him to set them free, he decided to kill his only righteous son. As a human judge, I would say, that doesn't look fair. That doesn't look fair. Why do that to the righteous son? Just set those free if you want them to be free. But why do you go punish someone who is innocent? So, Allah cannot punish anyone who did not commit sins in this life, according to this ayah. There is even a discussion amongst the Muslim scholars whether many of the non-Muslims who are living on earth nowadays have really been given the message, have really been presented the message in the right way or not. There is a discussion among the scholars. In the Day of Judgment, will those people be considered having been presented with the message properly, and out of arrogance or lack of interest they refused it? Scholars have even gone to that extent. Now, scholars say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would, those children from the disbelievers who died when they were 1 day old, or 5 years, or 1 hour, he would make them grow up to the age of 33. And he would present to them the message, and then accordingly he would judge them. This is what is stated. I would continue to say, from what I have understood Islam myself, that they will be presented and Allah will make them pass. And Allah will make them pass. Because they were not tested in this life. They were not tested in this life. Islam is the religion of justice. Islam is the religion of fairness. Allah would never punish anyone who did not commit sins, or who even did not live long enough to even know what's right or wrong. I am quite certain, from what I have read and understood from Islam, is that the children of the disbelievers are going, inshallah, with Allah's will and with Allah's decision and with Allah's mercy, they will be made to enter Al-Jannah. And that so many of the non-Muslims that are living around us, Allah will judge them fairly. Allah will judge them fairly. Allah will not be unjust to them. And no one will be sent to hell if he does not deserve to go to hell. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge them fairly. And sometimes I feel sad when I think about them. I really feel sad, because I feel we're going to be in a difficult situation. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls us to say that those people lived around you, what did you do to convey the message? You Muslim, what did you do? What did you do? Those people are in this state right now because of you. You were supposed to go and deliver the message to them, but you were just enjoying your health and wealth and thinking that my 5 daily prayers are enough. Wallahi, brothers and sisters, sometimes I feel that we're going to be asked, and we better prepare answer to the questions.
Any question from the ladies' side? No question from the ladies, from the brother side. Inshallah. Okay, Alhamdulillah.
Brother Feroz, I'd like for you to stress the gifts. Okay. How much will you be winning today?
Relating to these children of the believer who died at a young age, 1 day, 2 days, 1 hour. And in the hadith, that was told that
someone would have a child and the child dies at a young age, and he or she perseveres and as we say in Arabic, يحتسبه عند الله, meaning that I will accept for him to be with Allah. And it will not make the father or the mother, you know, get devastated or despair, or you know, that inshallah that child will practice intercession, shafa'ah, will practice intercession in the day of judgment for his father or his mother in the day of judgment. Now, what I have also understood is that it does not necessarily mean that the father or the mother can live a total